We're loving and hating and making scenes. Now we just see everything we believe.
Hello, what's going on, YouTube fam? This is your boy J Money here, and I'm bringing you guys some preparation for YCS Ft Worth. This is just for me personally because I'm playing World Challenge Orchis, of course. So yeah, man. Shout outs to the couple of people that I ended up playing against on Smash yesterday, or last week on Wednesday. Again, I'm going to be doing this at the time of uploading this video, which will be today. I will end up hosting another battle arena tomorrow, same time, 2 o'clock Central Time. That is noon Pacific Time. So I will be doing this again tomorrow. So look out for that, guys. And shout outs to the couple of people that did join my battle arena. That was a lot of fun. So can't wait to see you guys again. So anyway, with that being said, I'm going to break this up into 3 different parts. It is going to be based off of the board that I'm wanting to, the boards that I put up, and you know how my opponent responds to these boards. And it is going to cover over side deck as to what I'm going to go over, and it is going to the third part is going to be, you know, there's the cards that I'm going to have take out and put in for side deck. So with that being said, guys, enough of the talk. Let's go ahead and get straight on to part 1.
One more thing, guys, before the video starts, I want to go ahead and mention that I am interested in playing Smash with a lot of you, since I have started playing a lot more Smash lately, and I would definitely love to open up battle arenas once a week and play with you guys. So as you guys can clearly see, I'm a proud Snake main. Also, a lot of secondary characters I'll end up playing, such as Daisy, Wii Fit Trainer, Palutena, and even characters like Sonic, which I'm pretty good at. In fact, one of the characters being Wii Fit Trainer, I actually have an Elite Smash. Surprisingly enough, I don't have my main in Elite Smash, but I'm getting it there. So, as you guys can see, I don't just play 1v1s, I also do 4-player Smash matches. So, you know, if you guys are interested in that, I will... I'm really highly thinking about opening up battle arenas once a week, every Wednesday, I believe, 3 p.m. Central Time. That might be 1 p.m. Pacific Time. I'm not at all sure. I do know a lot of people do go by Pacific Time. So, yeah. I do love Smash, so a lot of YouTubers, you know, we love Yu-Gi-Oh! So, but... you know, a lot of us YouTubers, that's not the only thing we're interested in. We do have other hobbies as well. This just so happens to be one of mine. And I notice a lot of people that play card games do like to play Smash as well. So, yeah, with that being said, let me know what you guys' thoughts are and opinions on this. And what days works best for you. And what times work best for you, so I can maybe potentially try to work around most of you guys' schedules. So, because again, I would love to open up battle arenas and play with a lot of you guys, whether it be 1v1s or 4-player smashes. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get on to the video.
Alright guys, so here we go. So this is the typical board that me, the World Challenge Orchis player, that wants to end up with. This is about a 7 to 8 negate board. It depends on what your opponent has. It depends on how soon they dry out the materials of She-Orchis and Girsu, or if they out it and things like that. So the Appaloosa has 3 negates, and the reason why I count the second and third negate for Appaloosa is because, well, Dingirsu has extra materials to make it to where you have to basically fight through the Appaloosa a little bit more than just summoning something with 1700 or higher and entering battle phase, things of that matter. Savage has a negate as well, because Galatea is co-linked up with Appaloosa. A card like World Legacy Star is really live, and when your opponent special summons any kind of monster to attempt to out this board, that will potentially trigger 29. And you know, you often find yourself summoning either Christia or another dark monster, because there's a lot of Orchis running around right now. So if you're playing against a dark based deck, then this may not be the most optimal setup because you would want to summon Dingirsu and disrupt more cards. You would want to summon Longirsu to send more cards and things like that. So that is something to be mindful of. But you know, just overall, just having the extra 2 free negates because your opponent has to fight through 2 materials for Dingirsu, honestly can be worth it at the end of the day. And you don't have to use 29 on the first summon. You really don't. So what are, out of my experience with playing this deck for the past couple weeks, I've noticed a couple of things. Either A, people just scoop immediately, or people try to out the board in one of 3 ways. And I'll go ahead and explain that to you guys. So, the first one being the Lunalight Orcus or the Pure Orcus decks or whatever that tries to play Super Poly. It tries to Super Poly my board and dropping Starving Venom onto the field. Now, this does one of 2 things. You know, you can only slurp up 2 of these 3. There's 3 darks. So, how this will typically play out, if they slurp up both of these just to get rid of the 2 negates, I can at that point use 29 to target the Starving Venom, and since it's the dark, I can just revive the Galatea and put it right back to the zone of Appaloosa, so this counter trap is immediately live again. If they try to actually slurp up the Savage and the Dingirsu just for the extra power, I can use 29 and resummon. I'm not even going to attempt to resummon Dingirsu. I would actually summon the Longirsu right up under the Starving Venom, so I can send it at that point, and Starving Venom wouldn't get its effect, and I can still save my Orcus effects for later. You know, I can still banish Nightmare, send Symbol Skeleton, and at that point Longirsu's live, and I can summon She-Orcus Dingirsu right back out to potentially send another card if I really need to. And once again, if they actually send these 2, then I can still use number 29 and still revive this, so the counter trap is still live, and my Orcus cards are in the graveyard at this point, and they're online because I have Babel on the field. Now this, I'm going for Babel a lot more, even though I've started going for Crescendo a little bit more. Because there are a lot of Orcus matchups, you want to go for Babel. You typically only want to go for Crescendo first if you know you're playing against a control deck. So yeah, that's the first way that people will try to out the board, is with Super Poly. The second way people try to out the board is with the Cyber Dragon Orcus deck, being, you know, either summoning Core or summoning special summoning Cyber Dragon. If they special summon Cyber Dragon, they basically just lost, because Cyber Dragon is indeed a light monster. You can target the Cyber Dragon and proc Christia on the board, and then your Appaloosa is unable to be contact fused with. Same thing goes for Cyber Dragon Core. If they're smart, they wouldn't activate the effect, but if they do, I would actually flip the counter trap over just to get it off the field, because at that point it's a Cyber Dragon name. And this would force them to use the effect Cyber Dragon Core in the graveyard, which I would let go, because at that point every Cyber Dragon card is a light and it's being special summoned, which again triggers 29, summoning Christia straight from the deck. And well, yeah, they're in the same pickle. They can't really do anything. So yeah, the only way Cyber Dragon Orcus actually doesn't lose to this is if they like normal summon Core and refuse to activate the effect. This is assuming that this is on board though too, so that is something to keep in mind. If I am playing against Cyber Dragon Orcus, I would actually find a way to link that off or put it into the graveyard and all that goodness. So so I can have the option to send Core if I really need to, if they choose not to activate the effect. So either way, it's not really yeah, it's not good for the Cyber Dragon Orcus player either. So alright, and of course for Sky Striker, this is our other target. Alright, now we do side deck one other target, and that is Morphage Goliath. I was main decking this, but I found this to not be as useful. I find myself summoning Christia a lot more, or Orcus monsters a lot more, because I am playing Orcus mirrors and things like that. So, but this is still good. I still side this for, I would side this out and side this in for Orcus mirrors, because people would want to make things like Nightmare Cerberus. If you summon Cerberus, it is an earth monster, so I can summon this, stopping them from going into Mermaid. And also, it's good sides for game 2 and 3 because people do side Pankratops and it is an earth monster. So, forcing Goliath out, that does force them to have to deal with the Goliath right then and there. And when Dingirsu on the board with multiple materials, they're not getting Goliath off the board anytime soon. So that's my thought process on this stuff. These are the inboards now. The only reason I will go for Crescendo over Babel immediately is if I'm playing against control decks, the Strikers, the Subterrors, and all that other stuff. So yeah, there's that. And I can use the effect of Galatea, like let's say on the end phase or even on the semi phase if I'm really feeling like they got something. And setting this, you're not locked into darks when you use the extra deck monsters. Only in the main deck are you really locked in your extra deck. So that's enough for the inboard. Let's go and look onto the side deck stuff now, because we got a lot of stuff to cover.